Welcome, baseball fans, to Phoenix, Arizona at the Martin Pug Marich Field as we're getting ready for the second leg of this doubleheader between the Phoenix College Bears and the Yavapai Roughriders. Both teams getting set up as number 8 for the Roughriders.
Number 8, Blake Jacqueline.
Jacqueline steps up to the plate, and let's play ball. Game time 2:33 p.m. First pitch swung on, strike.
Yeah, definitely excited to be with you guys on this beautiful Arizona afternoon. Again, it's got some clouds above our sky.
Yes, we do, Jake. Clouds have been pretty nice so far. Kept out some of the heat, kept out some of the sun. No rain yet, as we just concluded the first game. Yavapai winning by a score of 5-2. As starting pitcher, Robbie Butension. It's off to a 1-2 count.
Really excited to see what Butension is going to bring us tonight. You know, again, he's got that zipping fastball. He's got some nice off-speed pitches, as you can see right there with that curveball.
That curveball just spectacular. Huge motion outside, comes back swooping in.
Now batting, Jackson Lapiner.
Lapiner to the batter's box now. Butension kicks and deals. Just outside, ball one.
Again, one spot that we can see that Butension is very comfortable with so far in this game is definitely going to be that outside part of the plate. He went there with the fastball against Jacqueline and now coming back with the off-speed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Absolutely, as that one goes inside. Switching it up a little bit is Butension. And Lapiner out to a 2-0 count here. And again, off that outside corner, clips it and strike one. Lapiner swinging and missing. Now, Butension brings himself back, climbs out to a 2-2 count. Strike three down the middle. Butension ringing up Lapiner. It's 2 away now, early for Yavapai. And Valele Kane Yates was monumental in their win this morning. Checks the swing, doesn't matter, strike one.
Like the way that Butension is attacking the zone so far. Again, he did fall behind 2-0, but was able to quickly come back and get the strikeout.
And he's attacking the zone with these off-speed pitches, not just going for the straight heat. I mean, definitely keeping these batters guessing, keeping them on their toes. As he deals again. That one curling outside. 1-2. What looked to be a little bit of a slider there. Goes back with the same pitch. Played to second, over to first, and the side's retired. Great pitching matchup by Butension so far, and Phoenix will come out to a 1-0 early lead.
Phoenix College Bears, number 27, Casey Wayne.
And welcome back to Midtown Phoenix, Arizona, as Casey Wayne steps up to bat to lead off for Phoenix College. Bottom of the first.
Definitely excited to see what they've got going on here in this bottom of the first innings. They look to get out to a jump here.
Definitely would like to. Shortstop jumps on that and sends it straight to the first baseman for 1 out.
Casey Wayne able to make some hard contact there, but unfortunately right to that shortstop.
Yes, and that.
Now batting second baseman number 3, Isaac Lizarraga.
Starting pitcher Dylan Orr for Yavapai. Kicking and dealing.
Swing and a miss there, and definitely looking forward to see what Lizarraga's got. I know this guy offensively is fantastic, and he's been showing it all season long. He had struggled in that first game of this doubleheader today, but looking to get on top of things. Currently down in the count 1-2, but I know Lizarraga's a good 2-strike hitter.
And Dylan Orr, starting pitcher for Yavapai, he's made his second team All-State, first team All-District, and first team All-Region honors while leading the 6A division while in the Arizona high school system.
Now batting right fielder number 14, Jake Willerup.
And Lizarraga taps that, and quick out for Yavapai.
Yeah, Yavapai definitely off to a great start defensively, able to retire those first 2 batters.
Yeah, it's been a very quick inning for Yavapai so far. Let's see if Jake Willerup can get something going for Phoenix. I mean, no hits from either team. Let's see if someone could get on base this first inning.
And similar to what Butension had going on in his top of the first, we're seeing the outside part of the plate being kind of that comfort zone. We've seen a lot of those first pitch strikes like we just saw on the first pitch here to Willerup, attacking that part of the plate.
Absolutely. Both these pitchers definitely want to keep these hitters on their toes. They're comfortable. These hitters, they've been playing 7 innings. This is, for most of them, their second game of the day. Pitchers coming in pretty cold. I mean, they got their little warm-up before this second game, but not much going on for them this morning other than sitting around and watching that first game. So good for them to get these hitters reaching and make it a defensive battle to start this second game.
Now a full count here to Willerup. It'll be the first full count of this game. And Willerup going to try to work his way on base one way or another here. Again with 2 outs. Infielders are back at the grass.
Or with the payoff pitch. And
Strike 3 called.
Calls strike 3. I don't know if that was on a swing or if that was in the zone, but nonetheless, sides are retiring. And we'll be right back with Phoenix College Baseball.
Thomas.
And welcome back to Marich Field here, as top of the second action getting underway. First pitch outside for a ball.
Again, characteristic of what Butension had going on in the first inning. He goes to the outside part of the plate with that fastball. We'll see what he comes back with right here on 1-0.
And what outside. A surprise. Outside fastball. And 2-0 now for Butension and the Bears. Ball just low near the dirt, and Butension pretty behind in the count now, 3-0. Let's see how he attacks this.
I think we're going to see a strike right here.
I think so.
Oh, just missed the plate. Looked pretty good, though.
It did look pretty good. Ball 4 for number 29, Ethan Thomas. And Nico Rosell steps up to the plate.
See there, once again, one thing that I really like about Cole Snido behind that plate is his awareness of the entire field. You see there with Ethan Thomas just getting just a tad bit too big of a lead there, and then quickly Snido with the snapback throw. And you know, it's little things like that that can make all the difference in a baseball game, in a game especially like we saw last time.
Absolutely. Quick heads-up play by number 11, Elias Fiddler, to carry that bunt, get the quick out at second. Can't turn 2 there, but nonetheless, good first out. And like you were saying, absolutely Cole Snido there, making sure a runner doesn't get too far away from the bag. Kept him pretty close, and actually came near getting him out there.
Yeah, and it's, again, you know, being able to make those plays where you're able to get the lead runner as opposed to just taking the out at first. And like you said, they weren't able to get the double play, but they were definitely able to make the best of the situation that they were presented with after the bunt.
I think we know both of these teams have speed on their side. They're both very fast. Whoever has more awareness and just paying attention, as we saw with Cole Snido, definitely players like him is going to make the difference in this game.
Now batting, number 4, Mitch Wood.
Mitch Wood coming up to the plate now for Yavapai.
Again, now with 2 runners on base, that'll be number 15, Jude Hall, and then Nico Rosell, the runner at second base, as Thomas previously on the base paths, but again, called out at second base on the previous play.
Yeah, on the bunt. It was more of a fielder's choice, but nonetheless got that first out. Finding themselves in a little bit of trouble are the Bears now early in the second inning.
Butension able to get the first pitch strike here.
And going outside again, just misses it. A little bit high as well.
Again, being able to hit that spot, you know, especially if you live outside, one of your most important parts is, again, being able to hit that corner and not letting the pitches continuously get away from you. That was a nice little pickoff attempt there by Butension. Again, as he was coming set, he quickly turns around, and I'd say he caught Rosell off guard, but fortunately for Nico, able to slide back in safely.
Definitely kept him close, definitely trying to keep everyone guessing. Baseball's a big mind game, and both teams trying to gain the mental advantage here.
Here you saw just a couple seconds ago, once again, Butension going to that outside corner. This time with the off-speed pitch, able to get the call in his favor, 1-2.
Butension looking. Rosell back to second. Dealing. And sends it into the gap, but it hits the runner.
And that's going to be an out. Yep, hit the runner without any other contact, so that will be an out. And the ball stops there, which means they're going to push.
Runners go back to the base, too.
So I believe
Rosell's being told to go back to second.
And they will
it looks like it's just a redo?
They will give Mitch Wood first base. So Mitch Wood will go to first. He was the one that made contact with the baseball.
Okay. Yup. That
now
is
batting number 7, Avery Isola.
Mitch Wood standing on first.
Now the catcher Isola up looking to bring in a run here with the runner at second base in scoring position.
Isola, one of the players for this Rough Riders team coming into the game. This is his first game of the day. Didn't play in the first leg. Let's see what he does in this game.
Unfortunately, that pitch
Ball
did get away
passes
from
by.
him.
Catcher Cole Snido, who
And then-
has stood very strong here. I mean, that ball was just a little bit too outside. Got away from him. Probably got away from pitcher Raleigh Butension as well. Let's hope those runners on second and third aren't making him nervous here. Swing and a miss.
I think
Strike
that was
two.
a fastball. He was a little bit
Absolutely.
behind it, which means Butension definitely, like I mentioned before, has some zip on that fastball.
He definitely does. I mean,
We'll have another full count here after that pitch missed outside.
Zola was swinging out of his shoes, so he wanted to take that far. Ooh. Doesn't clip him. Just missed him.
Excuse me, it would have been,
Nonetheless, now it's a full count.
2-2 count on the previous pitch, but no, nice curveball there. As I thought it hit him, and it ultimately ended up
Me too. I thought it clipped him.
pretty much
Just
in the
missed
middle of the
his
plate.
Jersey. Yeah, it did. It came back. And tries it again.
Oh, man.
But
Butension.
gets him? Run
What
him up.
a play. I mean, just what a pitch
What
from
a-
Butension.
What a curve. The zip on Butension's pitches is just immaculate, and we'll leave it right there. Nothing game, going to the bottom of the second. Phoenix College Baseball. And welcome back to college baseball. Phoenix College and Yavapai.
Now batting number 11, third base.
Dylan Orr on the mound.
Fiddler.
Strong first inning. Let's see if he can continue in the second.
Orr definitely had
Getting-
a great first inning and now looking to come back and do the same here in the second.
And I will continue to hammer this. Both pitchers really loving this outside corner, as Dylan Orr got the first strike on the top outside. But second one too low in the dirt. Ball one.
And again, the outside pitch is definitely one of the toughest pitches to really make solid contact with. Kind of hard to get around on it. And so we'll see if this comfort of the outside part of the plate will force a lot of these baseballs into right field.
Absolutely. Again with the outside pitch. Most of these outside pitches seem to be a little bit high. See if that drives some air under these. As Elias Fiddler swings out of his shoes, just missing it for strike three.
Now batting, left fielder, number 30, Cade Lacey.
And Cade Lacey stepping up to the plate.
Lacey actually
Lacey with
in the
a
last
very,
game.
I was about to say, very productive first game he had.
Yeah.
Was it 2 hits?
And another cool thing to note about Lacey is he actually had quite a few opportunities in that last game to face these Rough Riders pitchers. Again, some of his at-bats were cut short because of either runners getting picked off or, something of that nature. So he's definitely had a lot more plate time than some of his teammates have.
Absolutely. Due to the mishaps in the base path, Lacey's definitely been able to see these pitchers. Dylan Orr, new pitcher in this game, but nonetheless, definitely probably feeling very at home right now in the batter's box as he taps one to second, put away for the second out.
Now batting.
And strung up to the plate, number 44, Jared Swerberg.
Swarbrick had a great defensive game in the last one. I remember him making a couple of nice plays. Really both shortstops, and that includes Mitch Wood as well as Swarbrick. Both did a great job holding down the shortstop position. Saw a couple nice double plays in that last game turned by both of these guys.
Absolutely, as Orr still favoring that outside corner. Misses at that time for ball 1. And Swarbrick, both offensively and defensively, put up a pretty good game. Offensively and defensively, very sound player. 294 batting average in his 11 games this season. 1 home run and 7 RBIs. Hoping to add to that total today.
Cole Snido, the catcher, stands on deck with 2 outs with the shin guards on.
Cole Snido has been an absolute beast behind the plate.
Again, had a couple of runners caught stealing in that last game, as well as a couple nice pickups.
Swarbrick brings it up the gap. Stays at first. Ball just getting away from shortstop Mitch Wood there. And Swarbrick finds himself with the Bears' first hit.
Now batting, the catcher, number 22, Cole Snido.
And you see Cole Snido getting ready now to step into the box. Eyeing up Dylan Orr, who's waiting for his signs. Doesn't like it. Likes that one. And ball's popped up foul. And it's caught! Just in foul territory right by the wall. My fault. No one sparked with it.
We lost audio somehow. I'm not sure what happened.
Oh, you for real?
Yeah, that's why I was here. Back.
Test.
Apologies there, as we had just some technical difficulties with our audio system for you guys today. Either way, that'll bring us to the end of top of the second inning.
And welcome back, guys, to the top of the third inning. Nolan Sparks coming to the plate. A Western Canadian champion and provincial champion in his home province of Saskatchewan, Canada, in
Obviously.
high school.
Then Robbie Butension again back out for another inning of work. Been efficient so far, allowing only the 2 hits, no runs so far in this game.
And Robbie Butension with 2 quick strikes to get this at-bat started. The sophomore from Happy Valley, Oregon.
Sparks staying alive with 2 strikes.
Staying alive is Robbie Sparks. Fly ball, deep, and caught!
Oh, what a catch.
By number 14! That is Isaac Lizaragua! What a catch in deep outfield territory! Just on the warning track, gets the first out.
I think it might have been Jake Willerup on the catch in right field. Either way, this team has been showing out on defense.
You are absolutely right. That is Jake Willerup. That's my mistake on that. Jake Willerup with a spectacular catch.
Definitely went in Butension's favor there, as that ball looked like it was carrying deeper into right field.
Definitely looking like it was going to become a problem for Butension, but Willerup, huge catch, and this game stays scoreless. 1-1 count now for next batter up, Blake Jacklin, the leadoff man for the Yavapai Roughriders.
Taking a good look at some pitches here. You know, both of those last 2 pitches looked pretty good. Obviously just missing the inside part of the plate as the count is 2-1 to Jacklin. Butension starting to speed up a little bit in terms of his release. He was taking a couple more seconds, I feel like, in between pitches back in that first inning, and now as we approach here the top of the third inning, moving a little bit more quickly.
He's definitely moving a little bit quicker. Swing and a miss there, and the chase down easily executed. Butension still favoring that outside corner, but doing a much better job of diversifying his pitches this third inning. As Jackson Lappiner gets set, and Butension on the outside corner. More middle of the plate, but strike 1 nonetheless.
Like the 2 lefties to get this lineup started for the Yavapai Roughriders, and then I feel like they're right-handed through the rest of the order. So 1 and 2 from the left side, 3 through 9 from the right side.
And that lefty-on-lefty lineup. Definitely want to see what that dynamic is throughout the top of the lineup for the Roughriders and this starting pitcher, Robbie Butension.
Another nice curveball there. That time might have been a slider. Kind of hard to distinguish between those 2 of Butension's pitches. They both move with very similar movement. Obviously, the slider a little bit more flat, with the curveball kind of a looping motion.
Both pitches very laterally, and there you go, another slurve ball, if we will, and Butension strikes him out. Side retired. We'll be right back with Phoenix College Baseball. And welcome back to Phoenix College Baseball. Josh Cortez stepping in and checking into the game as the DH now.
Takes that first pitch low, able to get ahead in the count. And I think that's going to be really important is that first pitch of each batter, especially as we get a little bit deeper into this game with no score on the board.
Absolutely. I mean, both counts start off very, that first pitch, it matters a lot to the rest of the count. I mean, it sets the entire tone for the rest of the at-bat, and whoever gets that upper hand on that first pitch is going to have a much easier time controlling the situation and aspects of this game.
That time switching things up a little bit, going to the inside corner and able to get a strike against Cortez, 1-2.
And ball over the first baseman's head. Cortez going to second. He struck out but was able to get past first.
All the way into second after the strikeout, but
they're still calling him out. And
not too sure why. Maybe they're going to say that it wasn't a drop third strike. A little bit confusion there as Hinsey steps up to the plate.
Yes, absolutely. I guess that's what they were saying. They let him run, but calling him out regardless. And with one out, Lucas Hinsey steps up to the plate. Lucas Hinsey, great player to round out this Bears lineup. I mean,
he's in that 9 spot, but this dude can hit and he can play defense like no one's business. Again, like I said last game, he is like a vacuum out there in center field.
Absolutely. I mean, rest of the defense stepping up as well as Dylan Orr takes a bit of a tumble there, and Lucas Hinsey makes it to second. No drop third strike this time, and he's going for third.
And he should be gifted third base because he was already coming around third by the time the ball went under the fence. A little bit of a laugh shared between Hinsey and that field umpire there, so wholesome moment there.
Now, Jacob, did you see the ball go under the fence there?
Yeah, it looked like it did. You know, there's that fence kind of peaks up a little bit over there down the right field line. Again, the throw across the diamond, and the pitcher, Dylan Orr, actually fell down trying to field that bunt, which would led to the errant throw. So, once again, able to take advantage of a slight misstep there.
Yeah. As Hinsey has walked back to second, umpires will throw him back over there. And
great to see him on base.
Absolutely. Casey Wayne, leadoff man. Well, beginning the order, if you will. And sees 2 quick balls.
And that inside pitch for ball 2 looked really good coming out of the hands of Dylan Orr. And again, just unfortunate that, for him at least, that the umpire decided that it missed the plate.
Definitely a challenge pitch. It was definitely up around the hands, trying to get him choked up a little bit. I think he was looking for a little bit more of a swing there. I don't think it did its job, but nonetheless, he's still locating his pitches with such confidence.
Confident swing, too, speak of confidence, from Casey Wayne on that 2-0 pitch to foul it off the outside corner. Had a lot of power, but unfortunately foul.
Azor looks Hinsey back to second. Wayne fouls it back to the backstop.
Again, Wayne looking to take advantage of an opportunity that was gifted to the Bears here. Again, no score on the board so far and 2 hits for each team, but there will now be an error in the books against the Roughriders.
I just saw that error put up on the board for the Roughriders. First one of the game, and they did not catch him. Lucas Hinsey makes it back to second safely.
And they had him caught. They had him caught.
Yeah, he was lost out there for a second.
Nice slide, able to get past the tag.
Heads-up play to figure out what was going on and get back to the base.
Even more heads-up play by Dylan Orr to catch him lacking.
Absolutely. And look, I think they were trying to do it again. You saw second baseman Valele Kane-Yates trying to run back, but no throw.
Kane Yates taking the place that was held by Quinn Allen in the previous game, so Interesting to see his versatility. He was the catcher in the last game. Again, like we said, now second base as Wayne takes the ball 4.
Going just across the diamond, right past the pitcher.
Now batting.
He was making a little bit of a move.
Second baseman, Isaac Lizarraga.
As top of the order, Casey Wayne strikes out. And Lizarraga steps in. Oh, I'm sorry, did not strike out. He was walked. It's my mistake.
And that time,
and he was off the bag.
Bunt. Nice bunt, and yes, off the bag at first base and reaching safely is Isaac Lizarraga.
And now, bases loaded for
Now batting.
Number
14, right fielder Jake Willerup.
Yeah, number 14, Jake Willerup. Third man in this batting order. You would love to see a big play here by Phoenix College.
Little meeting on the mound for the Yavapai Roughriders again. Now with the Bears threatening, have runners on the corners, or excuse me,
Loaded.
The bases are loaded. With only one out. So a nice opportunity here for Jake Willerup, the number 3 hitter in this Bears rotation.
Jake Willerup at the plate, and don't forget about Elias Fiddler on deck. Both players could definitely start some trouble if given the opportunity here.
Willerup with that .321 batting average and slugging over 500, so definitely one of the guys that you're going to want to see at the plate here with those 27 hits so far this season, which means he's averaging over a hit per game. That would be the right moment.
Now would be the perfect moment for Jake to get his gamely hit. Let's see if it comes. Or shakes off a pitch. Kicks, deals, it's deep. It's dropped. Runners going. First run scores. Second run scores, and it's a 2-run single for Jake Willerup.
Everyone on the move for the Bears, and again, like you said, a 2-run single for Willerup is going to give the Bears the lead here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
And now, let's see if they can keep this momentum going. I mean, Elias Fiddler stepping up to base, only 1 out. You would love to see them continue to do this, maybe even empty the bases if they could.
Nice pitch there to get him started.
And count starts at 0-1. Fiddler pops it up. Catch. Running from second stays. And 2 outs.
Definitely big for them.
Big for Yavapai. And not really the result Fiddler wanted. But regardless, 2 runs, nothing to complain about. And Cade Lacey. Didn't Cade Lacey start this inning, if I'm not mistaken?
Trying to recall, it might have been the 2nd inning that Lacey led off. But either way, good.
You are correct. I thought they would just hit the cycle. Not hit the cycle. Hit around.
Runners able to advance there on that ball that got away from the catcher Isola.
Now both runners in scoring position.
And again, that's one of the things that makes the last out so huge is because, again, you're in this position now with 2 outs as opposed to 1. Trailing by 2, though, and trying to keep that lead where it is if you're Yavapai.
And Avery Isola making sure the ball stays close there. 2-0.
Lazy now with a opportunity as he's currently ahead in the count 3-0, and with 2 outs here to load the bases, and that would bring up Jared Swarbrick. Let's see what happens.
Cade Lacey, huge jump off the bat, but lined out right into Kane Yates' glove and side is retired. We'll be back in a couple minutes on Phoenix College Baseball. And welcome back to Phoenix College Softball, as pitcher Robbie Butension has a quick meeting with Cole Snyder, the catcher, before we kick off this top of the fourth.
And that actually brings me to a point. I'm interested in what that meeting was about, because those two looked fired up coming out of that meeting. Have a quick timeout here.
Absolutely. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure our graphic was all up to date.
Awesome. Yeah, doing our best we can to get that to you guys.
But yeah, absolutely. I don't know. Definitely more of a high energy game. Both teams definitely settled in from the first game, and this is like, I guess a doubleheader is a very small playoff series. Both teams seem to have a lot of gaining some emotion as this second game goes on.
Definitely tends to happen as the ground ball to third.
Quick, easy first out for the Bears.
Now batting, number 29, Ethan Thomas.
As Ethan Thomas steps up to the plate. Another player on this Yavapai team from Hawaii.
Also, that's a big dude. Tall dude. I would love to get those height numbers if you have it. Again, kind of limited on the statistics that we have available for you guys, but would love to bring you guys everything that we do have access to. And what a curveball that was from Butension.
2 strikes on him, and we're trying to get information on Ethan Thomas here.
Butension, again, coming back with the fastball there to strike out Thomas. I love the way he mixes these pitches together and really uses his entire array. You got pitches, moving like a two-seam. You got the curveballs.
How about Robbie Butension, though? He pitched that inning or two in the first game, and now this is his 4th inning of work. He just sat down a man 1, 2, 3.
Interested to see how far these starters go. I know Garcia unable to go more than 2 in the last game, and I think, again, he was just kind of a victim of circumstance. Wasn't like he allowed all that many hits.
Just wanted to show that we have stats for them, though. You can find it. And kind of just tale of two stories here. Tale of two at bats is now Robbie Butension is down 3-0.
And that pitch looked
that
pretty
one
good.
got away from him. Quick walk there. 3-pitch strikeout straight to a 4-pitch walk for Robbie Butension.
Batting, number 15, Jude Hall.
And Jude Hall, the next batter for the Yavapai Roughriders.
Butension, again, throwing a lot of pitches that look like strikes, but maybe the umpire getting fooled a little bit by some of the movement. I mean, this guy's curveball and slider are unreal.
Ball's popped up foul and out of play.
Hit the top of that Phoenix Bears dugout, made a loud clang.
I think that was the Phoenix College that it hit the top of, right next to us, actually. Ball up the gap.
Going first to third on the play.
And he's safe, easily.
Is Rossell. Nice piece of hitting there
Nick Rossell.
from Jude Hall, able to sneak one
Up
through
to
there.
third. And let's see what Jude Hall does on the base path. Leads the team last year in steals as Hall. Let's hope that Robbie Butension keeps him close. With Mitch Wood in the batter's box.
Again, goes to the outside corner.
I was going to say it.
Yep.
Outside corner.
Yep. I was going to say, I don't mean to keep talking over you. This audio system we have here is a tad bit finicky today.
It's quite okay.
We're
working with what we have, guys. We
Absolutely.
are working with what we got. And just as I said it.
And now head coach Scott Schneider going to have a conversation with the home plate umpire saying that the backswing of Mitch Wood got in the way of that throw. I mean, again, with Snido being a great defensive catcher, and we saw that on full display in their last game earlier today. Ultimately decides that the backswing did not impede the throw, and that will allow Jude Hall to keep his stolen base.
Did Jude Hall, like I said, he's a menace in the base path, and he'll do that to you, backswing or not. Butension kicking and dealing. Count 1-2 now.
A lot of energy between these two teams in the dugouts. You hear that Yavapai team cheering on their shortstop here up at the plate.
Lots of chatter here, definitely. Like I said, emotions running high this second game. Ball just inside.
And that pitch is another example of one where it just had so much movement that it might have even fooled the umpire.
I think some of these pitchers have been fooling these umpires. So much left to right movement. Or just lateral. Ball gets clipped into the gap. And Yavapai scores both runs back. Look at that. Ball past the gap in short. And it's a 2-run single.
Nice piece of hitting from Mitch Wood. Again, Butension thought he had the strikeout with the off-speed pitch and went with the fastball, and Wood took advantage of it, driving one into left, tying this game at 2 runs apiece. Now batting, catcher, Avery Isola.
And Butension dealing outside, as usual.
I mean, just way to take advantage. Wood with 2 outs, and I know Butension is really frustrated about that call, but you would not know it by seeing this guy on the mound, maintaining full composure here in the 4th inning.
I was going to wait to see what his pitchers do just to say it, but I was going to say the exact same thing. He does not look rattled at all. That was a big play that he just gave up, but he is calm, cool, and collected.
Yes, he is.
For this at-bat, as he's already ahead 1-2 there with the swing and miss from Avery Isola.
Now we let that first pitch get away from him, but both of the 2 strikes have been perfection. Let's see what he's got here.
Ball bounced to third. Sent over to first, and sides retired. So, Yavapai getting 2 runs back and tying this game up. Score 2-2 in the middle of the 4th. We'll be back in a few with Phoenix College Baseball. And back with Phoenix College Baseball. It's the bottom of the 4th inning. Jared Swarbrick coming into bat. Dylan Orr still on the mound.
Yep, you said it right before I could.
First pitch, a little low, ball 1. And again, I'm feeling like a broken record, but these outside pitchers, both pitchers really favoring that outside corner. And
I think just one of the things that comes naturally for some of these flamethrowers, especially guys that use a lot of the off-speed action, you're going to see that ball kind of migrate towards the outside part of the plate.
Ball's popped up by Swarbrick.
Good
deep
hustle.
Into foul territory. Yeah, like you were saying, great hustle by number 9, Nolan Spark. He did catch one deep into foul territory earlier in the game, but couldn't catch up to that one as ball's 2-1.
Again, like you said, 2-1 count here to Swarbrick, looking to work his way on base to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Again, we saw the Roughriders with a huge top of the 4th inning, scoring those 2 runs on 2 outs after what looked to be a strikeout. And they really took advantage of that opportunity that they were given.
Absolutely. I mean, great answer by the Roughriders to get those 2 runs back that were immediately given up to them in the inning prior, as the ball's popped up by Swarbrick and caught by Nolan Spark for the first out. But yeah, huge just perseverance by the Roughriders to be able to get those 2 runs back and pretty much make this a 0-0 game again going into the bottom of the 4th. Even
as Orr prepares to deliver the first pitch here on the way to Cole Snido.
First pitch looked at for a strike.
Again, I'm going to mention this again because I feel like it's very prevalent no matter what the time is. Cole Snido, just a defensive superstar behind the plate. I haven't seen a single pass ball in this game, and again, lots of movement from the Phoenix College Bears pitcher, Robbie Butension.
Absolutely. All those pitches going really far outside. Cole Snider's been able to track them all down and make sure they stood in front of him. He's definitely doing his job tonight. Absolutely. And as we see another ball passed up, I guess not much of a problem there. His bases are empty. Nonetheless, 2-1 count to Snider.
That went down in the dirt.
3-1 count.
See, these dugouts have kind of mellowed out a little bit ever since the Roughriders tied the game up in the top of the 4th. Here we are in the bottom of the 4th. I'll take you through those numbers real quick. Those 2 runs for the Roughriders came on 4 hits, 3 hits for the Bears.
Absolutely, yeah. They've definitely calmed down a lot. As Snido is walked and sent to first base.
Now batting, number 25, the designated
But
hitter,
absolutely,
Josh Cortez.
not as much chatter going on, but with the runner on base, let's see if they get energized. Boys could start buzzing as we get a
I think
pinch
that's
runner real
Sotelo.
quick.
I think the same guy they went to a lot last game is
it?
the one that they're bringing in to pinch run here.
And it is Danny Sotelo from Corona del Sol High School here in Phoenix, coming in as a pinch runner.
Sotelo also a pitcher in the bullpen for this team, and there he goes.
And ball skips away from him, so that will not be a caught stealing for Yavapai, and Cole Sotelo is in safely. He might have even beaten the tag, for all we know.
Looked like a good throw there from Isola, and it looked like the throw was on the money, but it looked like the ball kind of got jarred loose by the slide, and reaching base safely is the pinch runner Sotelo.
And
Nice
ball
curveball.
sent down the middle.
Another example of that looping curveball that we see from Dylan Orr. You know, both of these pitchers have really nice bags when it comes to pitch selection.
That was one of a few pitches we've seen this game that didn't really have very much lateral movement, and more went up and down, though, as ball struck out, and Cole Snyder caught stealing, so
Strike
side
him out,
very
throw him out,
quickly retired,
combo!
yeah. And that's the end of the inning. No runners left. At the end of the 4th, scores tied 2-2. You're watching Phoenix College baseball. And we're back with Phoenix College baseball. Robbie Butension stepping up to the mound, and Nolan Sparks coming into the plate here. The 2-2 game.
Yeah, really nice
This
to
top of
see
the
that they
fifth.
tied the game. You know, what it does is it really brings out the best baseball from both of these sides.
Absolutely. Both games so far have been, even though there was a 3-score difference in the first one, both games have been very close, very evenly matched, and honestly just great baseball that we're watching here. Still early in the spring. I don't know about you. I'm really happy that baseball is back.
Oh, of course.
It's been a long winter for all of us, and
got
just
a long
awesome.
season ahead of us. And that's one of the things that I love about baseball season is the stretch from spring through summer and even parts of fall.
Exactly. It's just, you know that first pitch of spring training or warm-ups, whatever it may be, you know that it's going to be a happy time of the year, and you know you're going to keep those great vibes all the way through until September and October as Nolan Sparks flies out.
Quick 2 outs here. We got the ground out by Sparks, and then Blake Jacklin got up there and recorded that second out with the fly out. So we're moving pretty quickly
Blake
here.
Jacklin with the fly out.
Now, of course, Jackson Lapine are able to get ahead in the count here, 2-0.
Yeah. 2-0. With the outside curves.
Still tied at 2.
And that ball with some inside motion. Don't see that very often from Robbie Butension. And Lapiner seems to be a little bit confused about the strike call.
Having a conversation with that home plate umpire.
Yeah.
Don't know how you're confused about that.
I don't know. It seemed to be pretty right down Main Street for me, but
Went back to that same spot.
did. A little bit more inside there. And Lapiner checks the swing. Did not go around. And we'll get the 2-1 count here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Butension deals.
That is
And
ball 4.
slow. Lapiner with a bit of a bat flip for his walk that he's getting on his little strut to first base. And up steps number 22. That is Valele Kanyet. And Valele adds a little bit of a utility player, playing catcher the first game and second base the second game.
Nice curveball again by
Watches
Butension,
ball.
unable to get the call in his favor.
Pass him. Looked to me almost like he hit him for a second.
That's how a lot of
ball
these
one.
successful curveballs will look like they're
Oh, bat broken. And third
See
baseman Elias Fiddler was trying to catch the bat there.
Fiddler had to focus on
Ducking
two
out of
things
the
at once.
way. And are they just going to stop the play and call it a ground rule double is what it's looking like to me.
Yeah, they're going to
Oh.
at least award him first base, but, I mean, if you're the third baseman there, you got to have priorities. I'm getting out of the way of the bat 10 out of 10 times there as opposed to going for the baseball.
With the broken bat, foul?
Looks like they might say
Are
it
they
was a
calling
foul
it a
ball.
foul
I
ball?
thought it was fair for sure.
That looked very fair, but nonetheless, he'll step back into the batter's box.
And
There was a
swing and
little
miss.
bit of discombobulation there from the miscommunication.
Just a little bit. Nothing too crazy.
And counts 2-1. Ball inside.
Saw Butension that time with the slider again. Looking like it's going right for the hitter, and then it kind of tails off at the last second. Either way, 3-1 count.
Trying to just back these hitters up a little bit from crowding the plate a little bit too much. As
Now he's caught in a rundown
yeah,
between first and
Lapiner
second.
stepped off before Butension dealt, and he's out! Caught in a pickle, and Lapiner can't get back to first in time. Side is retired, and we'll be right back with some more Phoenix College baseball. And welcome back as we're getting set here for the bottom of the 5th.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Bears, number 15.
As Lucas Hinsey steps into the box to get this started.
Tied game here at Marich Field. 2-2 game. 4 hits for the Bears. 4 for the Roughriders. 3 for the Bears. Dylan Orr back out for another inning of work for Yavapai.
I was going to say that. Dylan Orr out there for his 5th inning of work. And, of course, Robbie Butension also with 5 innings. As the ball from Lucas Hinsey was popped up, bunted, but popped up, and taken care of by Dylan Orr for the first out.
That'll make way once again for the leadoff hitter, Casey Wayne. Now batting, first baseman number 27, Casey Wayne. Again, I know this Bears team gets excited every time they get back to the top of the order. Got a lot of hard hitters in this top part of the lineup as he takes strike 1.
Casey Wayne, patient at the plate, but jumping on that one as it's drilled deep and lined out to the center fielder. That's going to be Jude Hall for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 3, second baseman Isaac Lizarraga.
And both teams chugging along as...
Let's talk about that center field defense really from both sides. Hinsey with his excellent range, and that contact gave the center fielder Jude Hall an opportunity to showcase some of his range.
Absolutely. I mean, I would say both outfields just in totality, they're jumping on balls as soon as they're off the bat. They're hunting down their, what's it called? I'm sorry, guys, I lost my train of thought, but they're hunting down runners, and they're catching everyone on the base paths. They're making sure the ball doesn't stay deep in that infield for too long. They're really making sure it goes back to the pitchers, back to the infield, and action continues on both sides.
Hey, if you ever lose that train of thought, I can tell you one thing you can go back to conversation-wise, and that's the curveballs that both of these pitchers possess. I mean, we've seen some excellent off-speed movement, but again, I mean, Robbie Butension, the starting pitcher tonight, or this afternoon for the Phoenix College Bears, just his off-speed pitches are just phenomenal.
Yeah, both teams' off-speeds are just immaculate. I mean, Dylan Orr, too. His movement, I would say Dylan Orr's movement might be even more unpredictable, as it's not just laterally. It does move up and down, too, as he strikes out the side. Yeah. And that is the end of the 5th inning here. You're watching Phoenix College Baseball.
Roughriders, number 22 by Lele Kane Yates.
And as we begin the 6th inning of action here from Martin Pug Marich Field in Phoenix, Arizona. Stepping into the box is number 12.
Kane Yates.
Kane.
Yeah, no, I have that same problem trying to locate some of the jersey numbers from all the way up here.
Well, no, it's just because we can't read, Jake. That would be number 22, not 12. Lele Kane Yates at the dish right now, as Robbie Butension has him in a 1-on-1 count.
That was a nice snag over there by the third baseman, Fiddler, and then able to get it across the diamond in plenty of time for the first out of the inning.
And coming up is the DH for Yavapai, Ethan Thomas, who looks at a first pitch strike, thinks about swinging, decides not to. And Butension deals for another strike, both outside, still on the plate though. And still Butension, such good job locating his pitches, as that one gets away from just a tad to miss the corner. Ball one. And making contact with that is Thomas, deep into outfield territory, rounding first, going to second, coming into second with a stand-up double as the ball was fielded in very quickly. Like we were saying, getting him to the cutoff men, just hunting down the cutoff men and figuring out where's the best course of action to get the out, or at least keep runners close here.
And that was a lacing line drive down that third base line. I know Fiddler is a great defensive third baseman, but I'll tell you, no one was able to get that baseball, and that was ripped down the third base line and all the way to the wall, able to get into second easily.
Absolutely not, as we have a pitch runner for the Roughriders. It's going to be oh, it is still Thomas. Yeah, you're right. There's not a pinch runner.
Yeah, Thomas running for
still on
himself,
second.
but I know it's him because you can see he's just kind of towering above everyone else on the field.
Yeah, probably about a solid 6 inches taller than everyone else.
Nice spin there by Butension, trying to get him off guard.
And Nico Roussel
trying to bring that run home. It's currently still a tied game at 2 runs apiece.
watching the third ball go by. Just missing the outside corner there. Waiting is Butension.
Taking a couple looks back towards second
Looking
base.
back
with that
towards
runner.
second a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Well, I mean, Ethan Thomas gaining a pretty big lead. Definitely has a reach advantage over most of these guys.
Shortstop Jared Swarbrick, the one over there, keeping him at large as infield shifted a bit to the right with the left-handed hitter at the plate. So I guess I was wrong earlier. Nico Roussel is also a left-handed hitter in the middle of this Yavapai Roughriders lineup.
Oh, he is. Could be a switch. He could be a switch hitter here. As
He was on his way to first base there. As that
very
pitch,
far on his way to first.
yeah, about halfway down the line. Looked like it was going to be outside, and now telling the umpire, hey, I thought it missed. Not much else you can do.
Umpire saying the ball clipped the outside corner.
Might
Yeah.
have been a bit outside. Never know.
I would say probably just a tad. But nonetheless, he's still going to first.
Yep, outside pitch is going to be ball 4 and 2 runners on with 1 out. And now head coach Scott Schneider once again making his way out to the mound. And we'll see if they go to the bullpen here.
Let's see if they're going to make the call.
See somebody out there warming up
Yeah.
for Phoenix College. I know Butension will definitely be pleading his case here. I know that this is a guy that plays with a lot of fire, a lot of grit, and any opportunity that he can have to make an impact. And again, I want to go back to that 4th inning, top of the 4th inning, in which we saw the Rough Riders score 2 runs on that 1-base hit down the line.
And they will make a call to the bullpen, Phoenix College.
Yes, they will.
So, as they make their call, we will make a pause. We'll be right back with some more Phoenix College baseball. And as pitcher Bryce Bassfield finishes up his warm-up throws, we're coming back at you guys at the top of the 6th inning for some Phoenix College baseball action against the Yavapai Roughriders. Stepping into the box is number 15.
And I know Butension really
Yavapai.
wanted to stay in. I just have to break in here and say that this guy, Butension, plays with a lot of passion, and he wanted to stay in, and I can just tell from the look on his face.
Absolutely. You saw he was a little bit distraught about having to leave in the 6th. But he had a great performance. You can't beat yourself up about that. As Hall lifts it into second. And runner from second, making it into third safely.
Ethan Thomas showing off those wheels.
Ethan Thomas. You saw he made it about halfway to third before coming back, circling back to second, and by the time it was caught out there by Jake Willerup, he was already on second, stepped on it, and still got the tag up to third. So go on him for some heads-up base running. And stepping into the plate.
And again, back to the thought that I was starting with before we went to break. Those only 2 runs that Butension allowed came on a pitch right after what looked like should have been strike 3 in the 3rd out.
Yeah, it should have been. That inning was extended much longer, and this inning is concluded. We'll be right back with you guys with some more Phoenix College baseball. And Dylan Orr coming back out here for his 6th inning of work as number 14, Jake Willerup, heads out there on the batter's box to start off this bottom of the 6th inning of play. And first pitch, low in the dirt for ball 1.
Still a tied game here, and still very even on the scoreboard. You got 2 runs apiece. Visiting Rough Riders with 5 hits. Bears only with 3 hits, so they've been very effective with the hits that they have been able to get. Again, both pitchers doing a great job. It was Butension who started out the game for the Bears. Obviously, Dylan Orr is that back out for another inning of work.
Yeah.
Great to see that.
6th inning for Dylan Orr. What a performance he's had. And like you said, Bears making the most of their 3 hits. Both teams, I wouldn't call this a defensive battle, but the offense is definitely being kept to a relative minimum out here for both teams. I mean, what was it, 8 hits for each team the first game, and now we're at 5 and 3. So, by no means is any pitcher getting run out of this building. Both pitchers bringing their absolute A game to this, as the bunt attempt is unsuccessful.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like he squared a bunt there. That pitch was very high.
Fiddler is squaring a bunt. I feel like that'd be someone that could probably drive something. I don't know what choice that was, but nonetheless, stepping back in for second pitch. Also high.
Yep.
And getting signs from the third base coach.
Still a 2-2 game here.
And ball goes out of play. off the netting. Jake Willerup with a steal there.
Yeah, he was moving on the pitch, and again, I think that all just kind of falls into the same category. You want to get these runners moving so that you can score on a base hit in the gap. You don't want to, again, with the fact you've only had 3 hits tonight, Dylan Ora has been dealing.
Absolutely. But every hit in the gap has been
Effective, yeah, definitely.
yeah, very effective. Sorry guys.
Take a quick moment and fix that camera for you guys. We see it's flashing there.
And sorry about that. It's been fixed real quick.
Got a 3-1 count here to Fiddler.
A little bit of visual problems. Don't want anyone to have a seizure viewing our program.
Another good at bat from Fiddler, able to work the
Fiddler
walk.
Walked on to first.
Now batting number 30, Cade Lacey.
And this middle of the lineup doing a good job of at least getting on base to start this bottom of the 6th inning. Let's see if they make the most of this opportunity that they're given.
Definitely huge that Lacey is the man up at bat. He's had some clutch moments so far today in both the game earlier as well as today, and here with the tied game and 2 runners on base and nobody out, you got to do your job.
This is what every baseball player imagines. I mean, just getting the job done for your team, and let's see if he does it with the ball into the gap. And he's rounding third. Ball comes in, and he's safe. Stand up.
But they're able to get the out at
little
second.
Bit of miscommunication on the base path, but nonetheless, number 14, Jake Willerup getting the run, and Elias Fiddler out at second from a little bit of confusion.
Either way, it'll be a lead for the Bears. 3-2, they lead it after the base hit off the bat of Cade Lacey in the left.
What a clutch hit by Cade Lacey. That is what every coach wants their cleanup guy to get done. And Lacey stealing. Far behind that steal, and he's caught.
And just like that, even though they gave up the run, Dylan Orr and the Roughriders able to get 2 outs on the board.
Quick outs. And we were talking a lot about Cole Snido and his ability to keep balls in front of him and get people out by stealing.
I think that the same goes for the Roughriders catcher.
Yeah. And Valele Kane Yates, same exact thing. They both did very well. Kane Yates at second now, so he actually caught that ball. Yes, both catchers very effective of their position playing and overall defensive skills, definitely making the most of it as Orr kicks and deals. Ball swatted away by Swarbrick, foul back towards the dugouts.
Two count here with 2 outs, and again, great job by the Roughriders to take advantage and get those 2 outs.
Ball a little low, and we'll see the count fill up here for Swarbrick with 2 outs now in the bottom of the 6th.
Swarbrick looking to make something else happen. Again, you got that run across, which was definitely the most important thing in this inning, but you did have 2 on and nobody out, so you want to keep this inning going if you can.
Absolutely. I mean, they had both, as he gets the strikeout there, so we've been cut off. But nonetheless, Phoenix scores, and we'll be right back with the top of the 7th. You're watching Phoenix College Baseball.
All right. Who they're going to send out to close this thing out? Okay, let's go to the stats for Phoenix College if you can when you get a moment. Oh, I forgot some transition.
start this 7th inning. Came in relief for Robbie Butension.
Butension again.
Excuse me.
Had a great performance.
Earlier in the 6th inning. And hasn't seen much action, but has been successful so far with the 1-1 count. And
big swing.
Has the first batter for Yavapai swinging. And little cut. Just tips it. It's number 7, Avery Azola, the catcher.
Oh, man.
And way behind that one. Or, I'm sorry.
Just way under. Just a nice pitch there.
That was a great
perfect
pitch.
Placement and perfect velocity from Brass Field on that one, and now stepping in.
I think Azola might be a little shaken up about that one. I think he wants it back. He could have drove that, and
just some nice movement on all these pitches from Brassfield. Both pitchers from the Bears tonight.
And one thing about Brassfield that he's been doing, his speed changes are crazy. The fastball to off speed, it's like looks like he's dropping 10 miles per hour from every pitch. Or dropping or adding, I should say, as that ball's poked into.
And that was a huge hit from Nolan Sparks.
Right center, if I will.
And
Nolan Sparks. Stand-up double here in this top of the 7th. And going back up to the top of the lineup, it's Blake Jacklin. So let's see as this lineup turns over with 1 out in the top of the 7th. And Sparks runs, goes past the third baseman. Sparks is headed home! And stands up, easily safe. Sparks makes it into home. Ball just got overthrown past third baseman Elias Fiddler's glove, and that might be the first maybe questionable throw by Cole Snyder we've seen all day today.
You just got to eat that. I mean, he's on his way to third. He gets a great jump. The ball gets away from you. You just got to take it. You got to try to work through it and get the second and third outs some other way. You know there's going to be a collision of some sort at third with the ball arriving at the same time as the runner, and then again just Fiddler unable to corral that one in, and it gets away from him.
Just like that, we are tied up in the 7th inning. And let's see what else Yavapai could do here.
Now batting Blake Jacklin. So Jacklin here looking to keep this top of the 7th going for Yavapai. This is a 2-2 count.
And
staying alive here with 2
ball
strikes.
Just tipped out.
Just, I mean, that kind of talk about how much of an impact. Excuse me. Avery Isola's base hit had. I mean, going into second, you get to second with less than 2 outs. It really increases your chances of scoring, and that's really exactly what happened. Is there's still only 1 out, Jacklin the batter.
Right, absolutely. I mean, if there was 2 outs, you don't know if you see that steal coming there, and without that, there's no overthrow. So that was a big turning point in this game, getting that extra base hit when he did, and definitely capitalizing on it and tying this game up, as the ball was popped up foul by the Bears dugout. And so Bryce Bassfield tries again. Just outside.
full count here to Jacqueline.
And strikes him out. For out number 2 here.
So now stepping up with 2 outs. Jackson Lapiner. Now batting Jackson Lapiner.
And Lapiner throws one foul by the Roughriders dugout. And kicking his Field and clipping the outside corner for strike 2. That was a very Robbie Butension type of pitch there.
Butension with lots of movement on every single one of his pitches. Thought they were going to call the check swing there.
And ball 1 for Lapiner. 1-2 count as Field throws. Just outside. And by just, I mean by about a mile. But ball 2.
Good old classic baseball phrase. Just a bit outside. That one.
Just a bit outside.
Actually being just a bit outside as it misses by maybe a few inches. It's going to be a 3-2 count here. Once again to Jackson Lapiner.
And the payoff.
Missed outside.
Curves. Not enough though. And Lapiner will take his place on first. And Kane Yates now for the Roughriders.
Again, still 2 outs, so
2 outs in the top of the 7th.
if you're the Bears, you just got to get this last out as soon as you can and get on offense. Try to get a run across here in the bottom of the 7th.
And now the Bears do still have the bottom. Oh, well, yeah, you just said that. And low ball taken for a strike. 1-1 the count. And that one missing, so 2-1.
See the second baseman and the shortstop doing a lot of moving around out there. Definitely just trying to get in the right position for this third and final out.
And another one just missing. I don't really know what the umpire was looking for, but we are not down there. So, 3-1 count.
By the way, I thought I'd mention a little bit of action in that Bears bullpen out there beyond left field.
And ball 4 taken.
Ball
Ball
gets
did
away.
pass by Snyder.
Very uncharacteristically.
Yes, very uncharacteristically. But not a problem. He corrals it, takes care of things, and no one will advance any further.
Now batting Ethan Thomas.
And a little bit of a mound conference going on. For this pitch. For this at bat, if you will. Field taking his time. Before throwing a nice pitch that was fouled off for strike 1.
Thomas, again with another opportunity here to make an impact as the Roughriders have 2 runners on base. Got Lapiner at second and the runner Kane Yates at first. Still 2 outs, so the Bears still trying to get that third and final out to make their way back into the dugout and up to the plate.
And pitcher Bryce Bassenfield just want to make sure Lapiner stays at second. Just checks him real quick.
And then fires in a strike for strike 2.
And now with an 0-2 count, this might be the Bears' best chance all inning to get out of this. 2 men still on for the Roughriders, though, so anything can happen here. As Bassfield deals. And ball 1.
Again, Snido with a great job back there behind home plate, keeping some of these wild pitches in front of him, preventing these runners from both moving into scoring position. Right now, only Lapiner at second in scoring position.
And Bassfield avoiding the balk there. Just throws to second real quick.
Again, want to keep Lapiner close and kind of take away any extra steps that he can get in that jump. Maybe gun him down if a single were to happen through the gap. Nice pitch.
Right down the middle. Bassfield, fastball strikes him out. And we're going to be headed to the bottom of the 7th. We'll be back with Phoenix College Baseball. And back with this bottom of the 7th inning of action here. Caden Scheffelbein.
I don't know about you, but I am so excited to see this bottom of the 7th inning, Jason.
I'm so excited. It's going to be... I mean, it already is neck and neck, but...
3-3 game, 6 hits for the Roughriders, 4 hits for the Bears. Both teams with 1 error apiece. And Caden Scheffelbein going to make his way out on the mound to pick up in the 7th inning. Dylan Orr, again, great job through, was it all 6? They brought in that reliever last inning, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So much going on around here. Hard to keep track. Either way, first pitch going to be in for a strike.
It was the top of the 6th that they brought him in after Robbie detention got taken out in the middle of the inning. Nonetheless, Schiff will be in here for the bottom of the 7th. And 2 quick balls to start for the Bears. That ball comes in real close to number 22, Cole Snido.
One second. Do you mind if I call play-by-play for this inning after this batter?
Yes.
So you want to call it?
You got it.
You sure?
And Snido sent to first with the walk.
You got it. You got it.
You sure?
Now batting.
And number 4, Manny Morales,
Manny Morales
is sent out as a pinch runner.
Pinch hitter actually gonna get to take
pinch
some
hitter.
swings here. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Yes, pinch hitter for the DH, number 9, Chris Billings here as Morales, and see what he does with his time at the dish. First ball taken way high.
Definitely lost the
ball
handle on that one a little bit as it sailed away from him. And Morales, good job staying in the box, staying strong, and big opportunity as the first, again, like we said, runner able to get on base with nobody out here on the bottom of the 7th inning. Tied game at 3.
Absolutely. And with these wild pitches and this pitcher coming in cold and Scheffel being, if you're the Bears, you got to think, let's be aggressive here. They got to put this run across now with the time that they have and a pitcher that is not in mid-game form.
That one was a strike catching part of the outside corner. I think it definitely important for Schiffelbein to get that first strike here to Morales as he walked
a bit.
And again, Sotelo taking over as the pinch runner at first. So you were right, definitely a pinch runner that came in there. And then in addition, we had Manny Morales, the hitter.
Oh yeah, Danny Sotelo coming in at first base.
Morales here facing a 1-2 count with nobody out with the winning run at first base here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Yavapai took advantage in that top of the 7th, able to tie the game on an errant throw from catcher Snido.
And pitch taken outside and low for ball 2. And Schiffelbein dealing. Ball 3. Count is full now to Morales.
Again, Sotelo getting a lead off of first base. We'll see what he thinks about doing. Definitely anything to get himself into scoring position. There he goes on 3-2.
Fakes the steal. And they'll just walk it back to first. Sotelo will move up, and Morales is out.
But he got his job done, and that's definitely one of the most important elements to look at there. And now stepping in to pinch hit here is going to be Cade Bemis.
Bemis, a sophomore with Phoenix College.
Went to Campo Verde High School. Note about them, they recently won the Arizona Basketball State Championships.
Oh, did they really? Okay, that's the team that won.
They did. Isaiah Kai led that team to a fantastic victory. Forget who they played against as he takes strike 1.
I am not 100% positive. I do want to say it was another Valley school, though.
Good team.
It was a good team. And Scheffelbein taking his time. patiently waiting in between pitches, and ball gets away.
Oh, and what a nice hustle there
And
by Sotelo as he knew it. He knew that pitch was going to be in the dirt, man.
he jumped on it right before ball got to the catcher, Avery Azola, and while it took him just a split second to handle that, it was just enough for Sotelo to get over to third, and he is now 90 feet away from being the deciding factor. As the ball's chopped foul by Bemis.
Again, Casey Wayne standing on deck. So the Bears trying to get this back to the top of the order, and the winning run only 90 feet away at third base.
And only one out here, so even if Bemis gets out, as long as it isn't a double play, should be in good shape.
And again, you got to get it past these infielders who are all playing up on the grass. So you got to either find a gap or find the outfield.
With a 2-2 count. Scheffelbein deals, and it's away from the catcher. Bemis, he scores! That's it. Phoenix College wins on a wild pitch by Scheffelbein, and Cade Bemis will come across the plate.
And again, got to mention with some of this JUCO sports, we get a little bit of variety when it comes to the innings that are played. So it looks like these two teams have elected to go with a 9-inning game here at the second game of the doubleheader. Obviously, the first game only going 7 innings. So while, again, everyone under the impression that that would be the winning run, that will represent the go-ahead run in the bottom of the 7th, as taking a walk down to first base is going to be Bemis. So
that
trailing
is
by a
what
run.
It shapes up to be. Yeah.
So it looks like we're going to have another couple innings of work between these two teams.
And looks like Roughriders will be making the call over to the bullpen.
So on what seemed like the final run of this game is going to turn out to just be the go-ahead run.
And
unless these teams elect to finish the contest. Nope, again, just being fooled by the circumstance here as the entire team comes out of the dugout to greet Scheffelbein. Now let's wait a minute while we determine who has entered the game for the Roughriders.
Looks to me to be number 28, Silas Cleary, but I might be mistaken.
It's going to be Loretto Siniskalki to come in here for the Roughriders. Once again, in the bottom of the 7th, they have given up the lead that they have not actually held in this game. The Bears got ahead to that 2-0 lead in the 3rd inning, and then the game was tied in the 4th after 2 quick runs to respond from the Roughriders. Tied the game at 2. The Bears regained the lead in the bottom of the 6th to make it 3-2, and we now have a 4-3 on our hands after a run from each team here in the 7th. So we will wait for Loretto Siniskalki to finish up his warm-up pitches as the Phoenix College Bears look to put some more runs on the board. And guess who they have leading up? It's Casey Wayne stepping in, and he represents the top of this lineup, something that the Bears are definitely excited about here. Only one out.
If we're doing 9, do you want the 9th inning? Sure.
Can take you through those numbers real quick here. We got 4 runs on 4 hits for the Bears and 3 runs on 6 hits for the visiting Roughriders. Casey Wayne will be the one to lead things off.
And Loretto Siniskalki finishing his warm-ups as Casey Wayne steps up now.
Loretto Siniskalki from Burnaby, British Columbia in Canada. Graduate of Alpha Secondary School. as he steps onto the mound in relief here. Let's see what he's got in store.
Siniskalki was a U18 Team Canada member at the baseball juniors and has also attended Washington State University. So accomplished baseballer already, stepping onto the plate, and starts off with the ball to Casey Wayne.
On the move.
And Dwayne pops it up. He's out. And number...
Now batting Isaac Lizarraga.
Bemis just retreats back to first. Now Isaac Lizarraga steps in now for the Bears.
Again, on the move. Bemis was on the move to second, had to go back to first on the fly ball. So clearly seeing where their heads are at. He's at first trying to get himself to second.
I mean, no reason to stop being aggressive, especially now that this game's 9 innings. They still have plenty of time. Speaking of getting a second, Cade Bemis on the wild pitch.
Who
gets
knows?
the
They might
second
stop
easily.
after 8.
You know what? We have no clue. They could just end it after this inning is done. We have no idea. But no matter what, we'll be with you. So, strap
4-3
in.
game as the Bears able to take the lead on the pass ball. Now with runner Bemis at second. Lizarraga the batter. Fouls it off.
I don't know if you saw that, but Mitch Wood doing a little bit of jumping, maybe trying to get Bemis a little bit off guard. But definitely in motion now, trying to make sure that he stays at second. And ball popped up foul.
Again, none of these hitters today have given up with 2 strikes. I mean, again, a lot of movement from a lot of these pitchers. But glad that they've been able to kind of stay alive and fight through some adversity here.
As count reaches 2-2 now to Lizarraga. And wild pitch.
Gotta give.
Ball played with a little... He was a little slow to get to that, Isola was. Took his time to pick that up. Quick throw to third, but definitely took his time to pick that up. And, I mean, a heads-up base running by Cade Bemis to get to third that fast.
3-2 count here to Lizarraga. Trying to drive in another run.
And Lizarraga reaches first with the walk.
Now batting right fielder Jake Willerup. And able to get to second after the walk, taking advantage of a little bit of lacklusterness from the Roughriders as he swipes second base right after being walked. No throw to second.
I gotta admit, much like the Roughriders, I wasn't paying much attention there either, but just walked right over to second base.
First pitch there outside to Willerup. But, yeah, no, I agree. If you have an opportunity to catch your opponent napping, might as well do it, and that's exactly what Lizarraga did right there.
And ball jumped. 1 run will score for the Bears. 2 runs will score for the Bears. They have now taken a 6-3 lead in this bottom of the 7th inning.
What an inning.
Both Bemis and Lizaragua scores.
Yep, and what a play. Willerup coming up with a big hit to extend this lead to a 3-run lead.
These just little punches into these gaps right here in between first and second and short and third is really making the difference for both teams. I mean, that's where they're getting most of their runs from, and they're definitely taking advantage of every single opportunity they get. As first pitch to Fiddler is high. And Willerup taking a large lead off first.
He's got second base wide open ahead of him.
He really does. I mean, nobody is covering, and he takes it. Ball got away from the second baseman, and Willerup gets into second.
Another stolen base for Jake Willerup.
That was Kane Yates. The ball bounced away from a little bit there. And the Bears, it seems like a switch has flipped. They've taken control of this game. Ball's offside the plate. 3-1 the count now. To
Fiddler.
Lies Fiddler.
Our guy Cade Lacey on deck. Lacey has definitely made a difference today as ball forward to Fiddler.
And with 2 runners on, Cade Lacey steps up to bat.
Hey, you want to know something I noticed? So, every time a player finishes their at-bat and they toss the bat to the side, they send the guy on deck over to get the bat, and I just think that kind of just signifies some of the routine involved in some of these performances from this Phoenix College team. Even little things like that you can pick up on and kind of apply it to the team's, I'm trying to think of the word. I guess just some of the things they go by. Routine is obviously very important for this Phoenix College team.
Absolutely. I mean, I've been seeing it too.
There's
as
a
the ball's bounced deep into center field. Ball gets away from him, and 2 runs will score. Rounding second. And in with a stand-up triple is Cade Lacey. Phoenix College has just scored 5 runs in 1 inning and has taken out to an 8-3 lead deep into this bottom of the 7th now.
Now batting, shortstop Jared Swarbrick.
And I mean, you're absolutely right. Just the tradition, the routine, and what this whole Phoenix College club is about. You've heard they've had chatter this entire second game. They've been loud. They really want nothing but their boys at the bat to do as best as they possibly could. And I mean, right there, just monumental hit by Cade Lacey. Deep, almost rolling to the wall all the way. And Phoenix College has blown this game wide open.
Now with a 5-run lead, this game was tied coming into the bottom of the 7th at 3 runs apiece. And now another thing that's tied, the hit column. 6 hits apiece for both sides.
Oh, you're absolutely right. They have tied the hit column. I would say with a couple of walks that Phoenix College has gotten, it does make a little bit more sense now. They are squared up in the hit total. And something I'm just noticing, Phoenix got charged with an error.
Yeah, and you know what? That error might have been on the throw from Snido that allowed this game to get tied up in the 7th.
You're absolutely right. Okay.
So no surprise there.
Yeah. Another hard hit ball, this time by Jared Swarbrick.
But this time able to make the catch.
Corralled at the warning track, and side is retired. So, at the end of the 7th inning, Phoenix College up 8-3. So we're coming back a little bit late here in the top of the 8th inning. Rough Riders getting a quick single, grounded up towards short, just past shortstop Jared Swarbrick. And coming up to the plate is number 15 for the Rough Riders, Jude Hall. And Hall bunting, getting it down.
And reaching first base safely is Jude Hall. I did not know he had that kind of speed. I mean, I know he's been manning center field really well, but man, what incredible speed there.
And also as an update, new pitcher on the mound, Presley Monteforte for
Yes,
Phoenix College.
The lefty.
Yes. Big windup this guy has.
Now runners
Reminds me of the
second.
nasty Nestor windup. And the first pitch goes for a ball. Second pitch, swung on, missed. And strike one. Two.
Now batting Mitch Wood.
Mitch Wood, the shortstop of the Yavapai Roughriders. Ball popped up to the pitcher, and first baseman
Casey Wayne bringing
Casey
that one in.
Wayne collecting that.
Now we move through with 1 out in the top of the 8th inning.
Coming up to bat for Yavapai. He's actually got a pinch runner coming in. Barrett Skogard.
Barrett Skogard,
the
started last
pitcher.
game. Yeah, gonna step into bat here.
And ball bouncing away from third baseman Fiddler. And 1 run will score. Roughriders going crazy in the dugout right now. And they are back in this. 2 men in scoring position. Tying run is at the plate. No, it is not. They are still down by 4. But tying run is on deck as number 9, Nolan Sparks, comes up to the batter's box. And Barrett Skogard
just a nice
pitching
piece
the
of hitting.
first game and keeping the second game very much alive.
Showing his versatility.
Absolutely.
Now batting Nolan Sparks. So Nolan Sparks steps in here with 1 out. Runners at second and third.
Sparks, the Saskatoon Surfer, swings on and misses.
To get his associate's degree in business, much like a lot of his Yavapai teammates. Nice pitch there for the swing and a miss. Strike 3 for the second out of the inning. Now batting Blake Jacqueline.
And the lineup turns over to leadoff man Blake Jacqueline. Who is also trying to earn a business and finance degree from Yavapai.
Jacqueline takes that first pitch down for ball 1. Again, Jacqueline has been so instrumental today in the success of the Roughriders. Obviously trailing by 4 runs now, but this guy just always seems to be at the plate and making solid contact.
And, I mean, that's why they made him the leadoff man.
Yep.
He definitely does make contact. He is on top of it. And as a U17 Premier Baseball League champion, he definitely does have the experience to take this team where they want to go.
Absolutely. Also, a smart baseball player. He's bunted a few times to get on base.
Smart and fast.
2 things that combine very well in baseball.
Very well. Baseball is just as much of a mental game as it is physically, and I don't know if people understand that as much. Both these teams definitely trying to win the mental battle here. Ball just off the inside corner there for 3-1.
Getting ahead in the count is Jacqueline here, trying to load the bases up with 2 outs.
I know Montefort wanted that one.
Montefort looking to get through this 8th inning. The score is 8-4. Pitch is
And
high,
ball
ball 4.
taken up high. Yep. Bases are now loaded for Jackson Lappiner. And
another lefty up to bat here with Lappiner. Like we mentioned, a little bit of lefty-on-lefty action here as the infield shifts once again a bit to their right to adjust for the left-handed hitter.
runners aren't staying pretty close to their bases, but trying to still do what they can to get an edge here as the 1-1 count. Monte Fort deals. Outside and high. 3-1 now. 2-1 now.
2-1 count for Jackson Lappiner, looking to bring in some more runs and bring this Yavapai team a little bit closer here. They trail by 4. He represents the tying run here in the top of this 8th inning. Nice pitch.
Great pitch. Cut down and outside just at the perfect time. Strike 2 to Lappiner, and it's definitely a sight to see. We'll see if Montefiore can strike him out here. Stays alive. Fouls it back to the backstop. And we'll try it again. 2-2 now with 2 outs.
Bases loaded. Come set.
And Lappiner strikes out on the pitch. He checks his swing. Arguing with the ref a little bit. And
that's going to do it for the
is that
top
the game?
Of the 8th. And I think we might be able to expect a 9th inning of play here. We'll be right back with you.
And Thomas Bartel's coming into the game here.
Leading off catcher Cole Snido.
Cole Snido stepping up to the dish as we get this bottom of the 8th inning action started. Second leg of a doubleheader here between the Phoenix College Bears and the Yavapai Roughriders.
Happy to see them back out here for
Yavapai.
Another inning. We saw the Bears take a 5-run lead in the 7th. The Roughriders able to get one of those back.
And
again, Thomas Bartel's out on the mound here. Delivers 2 balls. Cole Snido, the catcher, looking to start things off strong for the Bears in this inning. By the way, thought I'd mention, according to the scoreboard here at Marich Field, the visiting Roughriders have now surpassed the Bears in the hit column, 8 hits to 7. Yet the Bears hold a 4-run lead. Just another one of those interesting aspects of baseball, really.
And I wish we had walk statistics right now for this game, because in my opinion at least, it looks as if the Roughriders have been sending a lot more batters to first than the Bears have. They've been trying to make sure they earn it by getting some contact. Roughriders cool with letting that free pass go aboard as long as no extra bases are involved. So I think that might be a little bit of a key factor into the hit total and why we're seeing that. And Bartels sends another batter to first. Stepping up to the plate is number 4, Manny Morales. He came in as a pinch hitter earlier in this game, but stepped up and coming back to the batter's box for his second appearance tonight. As Bartels deals down the middle for strike 1. Strike 2. No, strike 1. My apologies. Looking for signs. Runner goes. And in easily is Danny Sotelo, the pinch runner. But sent back to first. Oh. Batter struck out. So Sotelo sent back to first with 1 out now. And in the box steps. Oh, there we go. Sotelo's able to get to second now, as the ball just passed by the catcher. And Cade Bemis is back up for his second appearance of the day as well. Nice to see him stepping up into the batter's box. As pitcher deals outside for ball 2. And Sotelo taking a very big lead here. Maybe thinking about getting a jump on one of these pitches. Pitcher looking him back. And through strike. Strike 1 now. 2-1 count to Bemis. And dealing now. And another wild pitch. Bemis getting to third. Stand up. No problem at all for him there. Sorry, that was Sotelo, not Bemis. Sotelo is at the plate currently. So, 3-1 count here for Bemis. Bunting now, and struck out. Sotelo getting into a pickle, but safe nonetheless.
All right, hello guys, Jacob back on the mic here. Had to take a quick step away, but I am back here and I will be bringing you guys through the remainder of this game. Either way, stepping up now to the plate here with a runner at third and 1 out. Bears continuing this inning. Big swing and a miss. Big swing and a miss by Bemis that time, and now that'll make way once again for Casey Wayne to step up here. Casey Wayne, first baseman today for the Bears. Got the start in both of those games. Again, the Boulder Creek High School graduate. Currently a redshirt sophomore, 6'4", 210. First pitch is going to be inside ball 1. Pitcher Thomas Bartels continues to throw the heat here with 2 outs. Popped him up. Over behind the plate, going back and making the catch. Back behind home plate is the catcher Avery Isola, and that will do it for the top of the 8th inning. Excuse me, the bottom of the 8th as we go to the top of the 9th. The Bears holding an 8-4 lead. And welcome back here once again for the top of the 9th and final inning here. We've had a long but great game between these two teams. We've seen a lot of upsides. We've seen a lot of downsides from both of these sides, so it's definitely great to see how things have concluded in the Phoenix College's favor. They currently lead 8-4. Pitcher out there on the mound right now is Presley Monteforte, the freshman from Littleton, Colorado.
And Monteforte, with his second inning of work right now, came in on the 8th and had a pretty good inning. Just the 1 run allowed, but still a 4-run lead for Phoenix.
Foul ball off the bat of Valele Kane Yates is down the left field line and fielded out of play by Fiddler, the third baseman for the Phoenix College Bears. Again, props to both teams. I mean, they've come out here and played a great doubleheader, and props to both starting pitchers, Robbie Butension as well as Dylan Orr. Another broken bat over towards third, and it unbelievably makes contact with Fiddler over there, the third baseman. He has just been a magnet tonight for the broken bats. And
right, I was going to say, isn't that his second one that he's been either hit with or almost hit with?
That might be Valele Kane Yates' second broken bat of the day. And again, Fiddler over there motioning toward his dugout like, hey, what do y'all want me to do? I keep attracting these broken bats, but a nice play either way by Swarbrick to bring in the ground ball and fire it across the diamond in plenty of time to retire Yates. Either way, stepping in now is number 29, Ethan Thomas, the designated hitter, back for more. Takes the first pitch and fouls it off against the backstop for 0-1.
And, I mean, Kane Yates is still a great player, but the second broken bat. The first one ended up going for a single early in, I believe, the 4th or 5th inning earlier in this game.
You know what? I think they might have called it a foul ball. I remember we were having a conversation about the last time he broke his bat, and I remember it looked like it was fair, but they called it foul. Either way, 0-2 to Thomas.
I do remember this, actually. You were 100% right. Yep, bounced right on the plate before going up towards Fiddler. So, foul ball there. And 0-2 count here.
0-2, 1 out. The batter is Thomas. Looks like Nico Rosell, the third baseman for Yavapai, remains on deck as that ball is fouled off. 0-2. Still a 4-run lead here for the for the home Phoenix College Bears. Yavapai trails by 4, but leads in the hit column.
And
Chopper up the middle, tried to barehand it, still got time, throw to first, not in time.
a little bit of a bobble there by the shortstop.
Yeah, Swarbrick kind of tried to go with the bare hand, though, on that last bounce and bobbled it just a little bit. Took a weird bounce there at the last second, but it's going to be another hit. They now have 9 hits to the Bears' 7, trailing by 4 runs. Monteforte now to face Nico Rosell. In for a strike, 0-1. Monteforte prepares to deliver the 0-1 pitch here with 1 out. Here it comes. Ground ball down the baseline. Another hit for Yavapai. Rounding second on his way to third is Thomas. Walking into second with a double is Rosell. And then it gets away, but no advancements are going to be made on that throw. Casey Wayne is right there to pick it up behind Lizarraga, and it's another hit. 10 hits for the visiting Yavapai Roughriders, despite trailing by 4 here, and that'll make way for number 15, Jude Hall, the center fielder, to step in. 2 men in scoring position. Still an 8-4 game. No one came across on that hit, but either way, it's a lacing double for Nico Rosell. Now Jude Hall looks to keep things going. Pitch is going to be bunted. Run will score. They go to first, and it's thrown away. Coming in to score is Rosell. And a turn of events here as 2 runs are going to be put on the board in favor of Yavapai after the error by the Bears.
And yet again, we got a game. Just like that.
It is now 8-6, and Scott Schneider once again going to come out and have a conversation with his infield. We'll take a quick break and be right back with you in just a moment. And we bring you back here. We now have an 8-6 game here in the top of the 9th inning after 2 runs came across Eddie Torres. The freshman will step in relief of Monteforte here in the top of the 9th. Again, Yavapai continues to threaten. First pitch outside. On the way here to... Let me see if I can get that batter for you. It's going to be Mitch Wood. Mitch Wood, the shortstop for Yavapai. Now in a crucial situation as they trail by 2 with a runner at second. 1-0 is outside, 2-0 from Torres, who has a little bit of sidearm action.
And this Yavapai dugout that was dead just seconds ago, very much energized with emotion as the tying run is at the plate.
Oh, a nice curveball there is going to be in for a strike, 2-1. Now I see a little bit more kind of some of the effectiveness of that sidearm action. That ball was moving.
Yeah, going left to right all the way through. I mean, looked like it was going to hit him, but then just curled right to the heart of the plate at the last second for strike 1.
And a swing and a miss. Another nice pitch there from Torres. In for strike 2. 2-2 count now.
How are you going to guess where those pitchers are ending up off of the hand?
I agree. Definitely using that release to his advantage.
Starting out in the exact same spot and ending up in 2 completely different positions. Torres has total control over his off-speed.
That time he got away from him a bit, but 3-2 can't really hurt to lose a few. It keeps the batter guessing. But, by the way, Barrett Skogred stands in on deck.
Barrett Skogred.
Again, he had a nice performance in the first game of this doubleheader.
First game.
Next pitch just misses the outside corner for ball 4.
Now batting, number 5, pitcher, Barrett Skogred, number 5.
So now Barrett Skogred steps in with 1 out, still trailing by 2, but the double play chance is there. Torres comes set. Comes forward. There's a shot into right. That's going to get down. Everyone's on the move. They're going to send Wood home. The relay is coming into the plate. Here it is, the slide, and he's safe, and the game is tied at 8 runs. I don't believe it.
What a turn of events by this Yavapai team to come all the way back, down 4 runs in the 9th inning to score and tie this game up at 8. They have a man in scoring position. They could take the lead right here.
Unbelievable. 4 runs. They now lead in the hit column by 4 hits, 11-7. And still only 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. Torres is going to try to work around it here, and stepping in is going to be Nolan Sparks, the first baseman. I am in disbelief.
And I mean, none of this, I would say, is put on Eddie Torres or the pitching staff
Absolutely
at all.
not. Absolutely.
He has total control over his stuff. I think these batters are just getting lucky and just getting some contact now.
Yavapai has been hitting exceptionally well late in this game. You know, the 4 runs, all in this inning. They trailed 8-4 coming into it. First pitch down for ball 1 from Torres. And now the battle becomes, you got to get out of this inning and get back on offense without letting another run score.
Absolutely. I mean, all momentum is just lost right now. They look a little confused out there, and they need to get back in the dugout and get their heads right before coming up to bat now.
Head in the count 2-0 is Sparks. Torres trying to get back in this count. Skogred at second, getting a pretty good jump after the pitch. Middle infielders shifted a little bit towards second base, playing the middle. 2-0 misses again, 3-0. Still a lot of activity out there in that bullpen for Phoenix College.
And I bet they didn't think they needed it, but rightfully so. I mean, you don't know how much longer this could go, this inning or this game. I mean, they definitely need someone to throw the ball and someone that's able to. So we'll see what happens as
There's another walk.
the walk has been thrown.
Sparks will go down to first, and
I think that might be it for Eddie Torres.
yep, they're going to go to the bullpen. Another righty will come out of that bullpen, and once again, we will take a break and be right back with you in just a moment for the continuation of this 9th inning. And welcome back here to Phoenix College once again as we take a look at the new pitcher entering the game here. It's going to be Carson Dunn, the freshman right-hander, has pitched 13 innings for the Bears so far this season. And stepping in is Jacqueline, fouling off the first pitch to the left side. Again, Yavapai looking to take the lead here after entering the top of the 9th, trailing by 4 runs, 8-4.
And I mean, what a turn of events by Yavapai. 4 runs. I don't think they've gotten a single out in this entire span. I think it was a quick first out, and since then it's been nothing but offense for them. They are rolling right now, and if Phoenix College wants to get this lead back, they need to do something to stop them now.
I definitely have a lot of respect for this Yavapai offense, who has just refused to give up. They've shown a lot of energy. Obviously, Skogard, the runner at second, had the double that brought in those 2 tying runs. 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Jacqueline grounds one between first and second, and it gets through. Rounding third and coming to the plate here is Skogard. Throw from right field is not in time. And getting into second safely is Jacqueline. Yavapai takes a 9-8 lead on their 12th hit of the ball game. Now stepping up here is going to be Jackson Lapiner.
Jackson Lapiner, number 11.
Jackson Lapiner will step in here still with 1 out. Phoenix College and Carson Dunn looking to get those final 2 outs. Can't turn two because it's second and third. Here comes the first pitch. Outside for ball one. Jackson Lapiner stepping in. He has 2 RBI chances, and we know he can hit the long ball. Never know what's going to happen here as they continue to try to seek for insurance. It's now a different ball game. Down in the dirt for ball 2.
And no long ball at all in either of these games. I mean, full doubleheader, and we haven't seen anything clear fence, so it would be crazy to see that happening here.
Yavapai put 2 off the wall in the first game on the line. Those were, honestly, in my opinion, more impressive than a lot of the home runs we see hit out here, but it's going to be a 3-0 count to Jackson Lapiner, who's way ahead, looking to load the bases. Honestly, wouldn't be the worst thing for Phoenix College to allow Yavapai to get the bases loaded, then you can turn a double play. 3-0. Jackson Lapiner, the batter. Pitches down for ball 4, and he'll walk to first. Now a lefty getting up in that Phoenix College bullpen as they're looking for every and any way to get this second and third outs here in the 9th inning.
22. Second baseman.
Now,
Number 22.
Valele Kane Yates will step in. Again with 1 out here in the 9th. First pitch is a curveball, drops in for strike 1. That was a nice looking pitch.
That was a great pitch. I mean, everything you want to see from a curveball. Great movement and great speed. So.
Bases loaded. Sparks at third, Jacqueline at second.
That second pitch for ball
Gainer
1 a
first.
little too low.
1-1 the count. On the way here from Carson Dunn. It's fouled down the left field line. 1 ball and 1 strike here in this game that has turned out to be quite the battle between these two teams. We've seen each team develop a lead, and right now it's Yavapai with that 1-run lead that scored 9-8. Another nice curveball fouled off and spoiled over towards the Phoenix dugout. One ball and 2 strikes. On the way here to Valele Kane Yates, the second baseman in today's game. Another foul ball spoiled down the left field line. Doing a great job staying alive. Carson Dunn so far on the season pitched 13 innings and has 13 strikeouts. And he has another one right here.
One.
Goes up with the fastball and gets the chase, so there's out number 2.
Let's hope he can keep this going. Finish this inning strong. I mean, sure knows they need it after this insane rally by
5 runs in the inning.
Yavapai.
5 runs in the inning for the Yavapai Roughriders,
Yavapai.
and familiar face and Ethan Thomas steps up to the plate here. Bases are still loaded. 2 outs. Pitch is down. Yavapai looking for some more insurance here as they currently lead it by a run, but I'm sure they would not be complaining if that number was larger of a difference. A ball and no strikes. 2 outs. Curveball is going to hit Ethan Thomas in the back, and everyone's going to move up 90 feet, including the run that will come across the plate here. So it'll be a 10-8 game. And now stepping up to the plate is going to be Nico Rosell, looking to keep things going. First pitch is taken outside for ball 1. Staying strong on the mound out there, despite trailing, is Carson Dunn, the freshman. Again, he inherited a nasty situation coming into this one. We'll see if he can work his way through it.
And, I mean, he doesn't look too phased out there. Definitely battling a lot of nerves for sure, but seems to be doing good so far in the second at-bat that he's faced.
Swing and a miss. Nice pitch.
1-2 count now, and he is 1 strike away from closing out this 9th inning.
10-8 Yavapai lead.
6 Yavapai runs in this 9th.
Wow. I mean, all of them
tore
came with
it
1
up.
out pretty much.
I think every hit that they had came with 1 out.
Yep. Rossell awaits the 1-2. Here it comes from Dunn. Foul back. Staying alive. Dunn looking to finish things off here in the top of the 9th and at least give the Bears a fighting shot in this game.
2 runs, I mean, game is very much alive. It's still anybody's contest, so...
Crazy to think that this was at one point a 5-run game. Taken for ball 2, it's 2-2.
7 straight Yavapai runs, I mean... And they really were able to turn that 5-run deficit around by a long shot. Ball popped foul, and they'll go at it again. Count 2-2, 2 outs to number 24, Nico Rossell.
Rossell,
For the Yavapai Roughriders.
third baseman for the Roughriders, facing a 2-2 count with 2 outs. Dunn delivers. Another foul ball. This guy is fighting for his life out there. No reason not to. You got the bases loaded. 2 outs. Trying to get any last bit of insurance that you can here. 10.
Looks as if the Phoenix College dugout's trying to wave somebody down.
And he fires it up in there, but doesn't get the call
Doesn't
again.
get the call. Count is full now.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Another pitch that pretty much right down the middle,
I mean, as an umpire...
and he calls it a ball.
As an umpire, I don't know what you're doing calling that a ball.
Either way, runner's on the move, and another foul ball. Full count. Dunn looking to finish it off. Bears trailing by 2 after a 6-run 9th. Another foul ball.
Just fouling him back, trying to stay alive. Nico Rossell now.
3 balls and 2 strikes.
Getting set in the box. Runners move.
And it's ball
And it's
4.
ball 4.
And another timeout here by Scott Schneider. We will be right back with you. So we are back here as the Yavapai Roughriders currently hold a 10-8 lead. New pitcher for the Bears. Going to be Chris Billings, the freshman left-handed pitcher. Jude Hall, the center fielder, stepping back in for Yavapai. They lead it by 3 runs here in the 9th inning after a 7-run 9th. In for a strike. If you're trying to get through it,
0-2 now the count.
Yeah, 0-2. If you're trying to get through it here, I went to Billings just to try to work through this. He strikes out a lot of batters.
Chris Billings, the DH. I didn't even notice that he's up on the mound now.
Yeah, the designated hitter from our first game today. As Jude Hall steps back in, facing a 1-1 count. Runners will still having the bases loaded as Yavapai. And it's a ball down. 2-1 count. Hall trying to clear the bases here. Pitches in for strike 2. Nice pitch on the outside corner.
Oh, they just switched the count from 1-2 to 2-1. Now it's 2-2 with 2 Fs.
2-2 count. Yeah, a little bit of slight confusion here on our scoreboard and whatnot. Just flied high in the air and foul once again. A lot of foul balls. This team, got to give them credit and a lot of respect for the way that they never give up on a count. They never give up on anything.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they think every single count they're in it, and they are making contact so often, whether it's foul or in play, they are making contact, and that's what's making the most of it here, as they do swing and miss to strike out now, finally, and the top of the 9th is over.
So we will go to the bottom of the 9th, and what a 9th inning for the Yavapai Roughriders, scoring 7 runs, bringing their hit total to 12 and their run total to 11. They lead at 11-8. Let's go to the bottom of the 9th. And welcome back here to Phoenix College, where We are in the bottom of the ninth inning. The Yavapai Roughriders again with an incredible comeback in that top of the ninth inning, scoring 7 runs, bringing that run total to 11 runs. They lead it by 3, and it's going to be Isaac Lizarraga, the second baseman, to lead off things for the Bears here in the bottom of the ninth inning. They have one last chance to come back here. New pitcher in for the Roughriders is Hunter Hargett, the sophomore from San Diego. First pitch is high for ball 1. Very loud dugout over there. Phoenix College looking to cheer their guys on as they try to make a last-ditch effort here. We'll see if Hargett can finish things out. 1-0 pitch misses, making it 2-0.
And Phoenix College, you're absolutely right. Very enthusiastic in the dugout right now. Just trying to get the boys energized and try to create a little bit of a rally for themselves now to try to get this game back to how it was a little while ago.
2-0 misses low. 3-0 is the count. So Lizarraga off to a great start, looking like he's in line to be the first base runner for Phoenix College here in this inning. 3-0 pitch is going to catch the outside corner. 3-1. I mean, just all the credit in the world to this Yavapai team to put together those hits and to score 7 runs, and all you needed was 4. Went above and beyond in that inning, and I'm sure that their head coach is definitely happy with that performance.
Yeah, absolutely. Head coach Pat Wood's definitely excited about the just the output from his entire team that 9th inning, but even the entire late in the game, 7th, 8th, 9th, they were going crazy. And right there, behind in the count, down 3-0, Yavapai came back and struck out the leadoff man.
What a nice pitch that was, and a way to come back.
Sent down swinging.
Coming back from down 3-0 to get the strikeout, and now stepping in here is going to be Jake Willerup. Jake Willerup trying to spark things, and we know they can score 3 runs here with 1 out. That's exactly what they did. And the ground ball will be fielded, and the throw to first in plenty of time for out number 2. So anyway, stepping up here is going to be Elias Fiddler to look to keep things going as Lacey's on deck. We'll see if they can extend this game any longer. I'll tell you one thing, Hargett's looking to shut the door here. Anyway, from the windup, Hargett going to deliver the first pitch. In for strike 1. He's found his spot. No balls and 1 strike to Fiddler. Down to their final 2 strikes in the game. 0-1 pitch. Outside in the dirt. Even the count out at 1-1. Yavapai here on the verge of a victory after an incredible comeback. Ball 2 is inside, almost hit the batter.
Definitely shook him up a little bit, Fiddler.
But I'll tell you one thing, Jason, is that Fiddler and the rest of this Bears team is not going to roll over.
Absolutely
They're going to continue fighting.
They're not afraid of anything. It is not over until it's over. It's the old adage, isn't it? Saying it clips him right there, and Fiddler does end up going to first.
And that'll make way for Cade Lacey, who will get an opportunity here.
And Cade Lacey, I mean, he's had a very good game so far. Let's see if he can continue this for the Bears. As the tying run makes it to the on-deck circle.
Huge lead over there at first for Fiddler, who thought about going to second. First pitch is in for ball 1. Again, Fiddler the runner at first, and this time Nolan Sparks going to creep up behind him and hold him a little bit closer. Hargett focus on the batter and fires one in for strike 1. 0-1. Excuse me, 1-1.
He definitely had some heat behind that one as that got blown right by Stacy for strike 1.
is outside ball 2 to make it 2-1 here with 2 outs. Hargett again looking to finish things off. 2 strikes away from doing so, but Lacey looking to say no. Blooping hit is going to land in shallow right. Phoenix College keeps things going here as they've got 2 men aboard in the tying run. Jared Swarbrick walking up to the plate with 2 outs. Lacey able to work his way on with a single, and Lacey has just been hitting the cover off the ball today in every way. He's been hitting it for distance. He's been able to place hits just like we saw on that last one just now.
Yeah, absolutely. He blooped it up into a nice little gap in shallow right center and keeping his team alive, sending Swarbrick the tying run to the plate. Let's see what he can do now.
11-8 game. Swarbrick the tying run. Swing and a miss at the first pitch, 0-1. Just an incredible fight from Yavapai trying to shut the door.
And Cole Sneedo on the on-deck circle. I think everyone would love to see at least one more appearance from him tonight.
Would not mind at all. Again, we talk about his defense, and guy can hit too. Sneedo had the .250 average so far in the season. 2 home runs for him this year so far. Not bad at all. 1-2 count here to Swarbrick after that pitch got away from Hargett.
Bears are on their final strike, but not that time as it's too far outside. And Marquette tries again.
That one fouled back. You know, Jason, as we've watched these 2 games today, I want to know who is your player of the game.
I think it's definitely not an easy decision, but my player of the game would probably be the guy in the on-deck circle right now, catcher Cole Sneedo. Or at least player of the game for the Bears. I would say there was a lot of key contributors on both sides as
the ground ball is fielded.
Got the squeeze play.
Could not agree with you more on that statement there, Jason. And as we finally finish this game here, what a comeback for the Yavapai Roughriders, able to close things out with a final score of 11-8 and take us through that line.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Yavapai jumped out early, 2-0 in the 4th. Bears scored as well. It was a 2-2 game, and in the 6th inning, Bears jumped ahead. And Yavapai shot back with a run of their own in the 7th. Bears came out in the 7th inning and got 5 quick runs, really jumped in front. But Yavapai in the 8th, and especially that crucial 9th inning, 8 runs in those 2 innings, 7 in the 9th, to come out to an 11-8 lead, and that's how they end things. Final score tonight is 11-8. Yavapai has the edge in hits for 12-7, and the Bears had 3 errors to the Roughriders 1. You guys have been watching junior college baseball. This was Phoenix College losing to the Yavapai Roughriders by a score of 11-8.
Once again, to all of our viewers out there, we really appreciate you taking the time to join us on our broadcast tonight. Once again, from Phoenix College, I'm Jacob Seaver with Jason Mullen. We were so happy to bring you guys today's broadcast. Be sure to tune in next time, right here on YouTube. Be sure to search Phoenix College Sports. Signing off. Thanks again, and have a wonderful night.